Hello lovely humans, it's Lou here from Yarnistry, and we are very fast approaching Mother's Day. Now what better way to show your mumsy that you care than by making her some handmade garbage? Today we're going to go through 3 simple ideas that you can use to make some last-minute gifts for your sweet mummy. When choosing something to make for your mother, it's really important to try and grab a sense of nostalgia in your work. That way they will truly appreciate the spirit of Mother's Day as they look into your eyes and remember you as the sweet angelic child that you definitely were.
Why you always lying?
My mother is beautiful, talented, funny. She used to read my diary when I was a teenager, but we won't talk about it. Mum, why did you do that, by the way? Because, quite frankly, that was my private life in there, and you told me that you did. Because I love my sweet mummy so much, I feel as though she deserves simply the best that I can give her. So strap in and prepare for the craft tutorial of the century. Now first off, we have a true Mother's Day classic. My mum is a classy, elegant woman, and she loves to smell good and to feel good about herself. So I thought, what better way to show her how much I care than by making her her own signature scent. So today we're going to make some rose perfume. First of all, you will need a selection of flowers. Now, usually people only use roses, but I've only got one. So, truth be told, I've just used the convenience of this being close to Valentine's Day, and I already had some in the house. So, surely it can't be that bad. It'll be fine. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take off the rotten ones. Well, I don't know, maybe just use a little bit. And I'm going to break them up, and I'm going to put them in this water, apparently. So I'm going to take my petals. Now, see, the recipe that I was using said to use 35 to 40 rose petals. Probably don't have that many, but it's fine, right? I'm going to break up my rose petals, and I'm going to put them in this water. Oh God. Britney Spears' Midnight Fantasy, eat your heart out is all I can say. I'm going to eventually put the lovely perfume into this very, very classy and elegant spray bottle that I purchased specially for this project. Now, I don't scrimp on my mother. I don't know about you. I don't have a pestle and mortar. So I'm using this enormous rolling pin and just jamming it into this water, and it's going really well. We can't all be Nigella Lawson, you know, and I don't have all of those kitchen-y things in my life. I feel like with the water volume in there, I need a few more petals. Oh, these do not tear. I'm going to put this Carlanthium, which is definitely the right name for this flower. I'm going to put this in as well, which smells of garden, so that's fine. She probably wants to smell like garden, yeah? And I'm going to put in this big daisy. That's the name. So I'm just going to kind of smash that in there. At the moment, I'm sort of pretending that it's my ex-boyfriend's face, which my mother will also appreciate. I'm going to sort of squeeze it into there a bit, kind of just wring out all of the, oh my God, just wring out all of that. Oh my God. I'm just kind of squeezing the life out of this. I should have brought a towel. If your mother is like mine, and she really does love perfume, this is just such a perfect way to show her that you care, you know, by rummaging around in some old water with some half-dead flowers. I'm gonna go in and strain my slop out into the sink, and I'll be back in a moment to show you how I got on. So I've got my pink water. Sorry, my perfume, sorry. And I've got my my lovely plastic spray bottle. I'm going to put my funnel inside there. And I'm going to just pour my lovely concoction in, you know. It does have bits floating in it, but, you know, all the best perfumes do. Jean-Paul Gaultier swears by putting bits in. Yes, there's a base note of plants, and it's very, I'm going to go with it being a very natural and an earthy scent that we've created for dear Amanda. Sorry, Mum. So for the next part, we want to create a really classy, elegant, upmarket label for our perfume bottle. Look at them bits. I'm going to get a piece of paper. Ideally, just to make this as authentic as possible, and to really bring in that nostalgia of childhood, just find a piece of just gross old paper that's kind of been sitting out somewhere, perhaps in the kitchen, and it's got a bit of scribbles on it, and it's got indents from previous drawings that were done on top of it. You want that because you really want an authentic vibe, and don't cut anything too neatly. You want your mum to reminisce about childhood. I feel like this is the one. See that? Mum's whiff. And then we're just gonna take our bottle and we're gonna stick it on there like that. And look at that, that is just truly a work of art.
Mummy, look at this. Mummy, look at that. Mummy, watch me do this. Mummy, are you pooping? Can I have a drink? Can I have a snack? What are you eating? Can I have some? Life isn't fair, get used to it. Life isn't fair, get used to it. Get used to it. Mum's whiff, the new fragrance from Yarn to Street.
Next up, when your mum receives her new scent, she's going to want some really nice jewellery to go with it. Now, if you're Mrs. Fancy Pants, you can go to Pandora and get something, but I prefer the handmade touch. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make some dried pasta jewellery. We're going to take some pasta, and we're going to paint the individual pieces of pasta, and we're going to really just have a blast. Now I'm using some cheap wall tester pots because that's what I had in the house, and I'm not fancy here, not fancy crafting. First of all, I'm going to just do half blue and then I'm going to do half purple and hope that something happens and that it looks even remotely good. Now you don't want to paint well. Now if you miss some bits, it's totally fine. Don't even worry about it because your mum won't. She'll just appreciate the love and care that's gone into it. What you don't want to do is rinse the brush between colours. I'm going to go in with the purple now. There's a bit of blue on it because it's still on my fingers, but it's fine. It's fine. I found this yarn in my stash. I'm going to measure out a piece that's clearly too long. I'm going to thread my pasta onto this, and they don't really need to be dry because if you can get a bit of the paint onto the thread, that's even better, even more authentic. And I'm going to start with a pattern and then I'm going to sort of disregard it halfway through. Is that gonna, yeah, yeah, that's looking terrible. I've done 2 blues in a row there. So really keeping it authentic, keeping it just terribly bad. The most important thing with this project really is to make it too big. All that matters is that it's ill-fitting, it's ugly, and it's lazily made. those are the the criteria. Why is that not threading in? Oh, balls. I'm gonna make it too loose, like this, because she wants to be able to get her hand in. She does have quite dainty little claws. And I'm gonna tie it like that, and I'm just gonna leave it. And I'm gonna do the knot really quite poorly, so that it just looks a hot mess. Next. Really, the staple of the Mother's Day gift is an unflattering drawing. Now, here I've made sure to find a piece of paper that's a bit grimy. You can see it's already got a bit of a scribble here, you know, and it's got some miscellaneous wetness up there. I'm going to draw a picture that is in no way flattering. As you can see here, I have a picture of my lovely mum. She's very beautiful, and it's a great photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to butcher this photo to within an inch of its life with a truly terrible drawing. To make it more authentic, I'm going to be using my left hand. I don't want to give myself too much of an advantage here. We're just going to hash out the basic shape here. And Mum, if you're watching this, I do love you. But this had to be done, so okay. So we're going to do the glasses, because I feel like they're a key point of this image. Okay, I'm just gonna get all up in there. Oh, yeah. She already looks like Heisenberg. Which, you know, she might like. That might be a thing for her, that she looks like Heisenberg. She might find that terribly flattering. Now we're going to add in the eyebrows. Now, I feel like these are a very important part of the face, you know. And if your eyebrows aren't on fleek, how can you expect anyone to have the time of day for you? Okay, now I'm going to do the nose, which is a prominent feature of the human face. I'm going to make sure this is not flattering. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty accurate. Get to an eye. Okay, and you know, if the paper sort of creases as you move, not a problem. Just carry on. Just carry on. I'm going to do an eye here, you know, on the other side of the face, as is customary for eyes. Yep. This is going well. Yep. Now I'm going to do the mouth. Now I'm feeling like this picture so far is almost too flattering already. So really I'm going to add in a real creep smile, you know, the smile that you see on the face of the men who sneak into your DMs and then they ask you for photos of your bobs and vagine. Now we're not going to do too much to that because we want it to be a bit creepy. Now I'm going to do we've got a nice creasing, natural creasing of the paper there. Like this. Yeah. This is going very well. Now we're going to work on some shading. I feel like the shading on the top lip should be where most of my attention goes. This is almost photographic, really. I think she's going to look at this and think I've just sent her a printout of a photo. And then the hair. No, it doesn't. That doesn't want to. Doesn't. Okay. A bit more shading on the top lip, I think, there. This is the final piece. And I feel like it's pretty spot on, to be honest. There's my mother, my lovely mumsy. And here's the artist's rendition that I've created.
just like to say at this point then, actually, in real life, I do love my mum very much. She's mad as a box of frogs, but she's lovely. She's very funny and talented and bloody gorgeous. And if you'd like to see anything that my mum makes, because she's also a bit of a creative bod, she can be found using the links below. I'll link you to her website and her Facebook page. And she makes things like this. Talented bugger. So please do go and check her out, she's amazing. Send me pictures of any ridiculous garbage you make for your mum this year, whatever that may be. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and for those of you who are mothers yourself, have an amazing Mother's Day. You deserve it. To my own mum, you're amazing, and you've been such a rock to me. You're a bit weird, I'll give you that. Bit weird, bit odd. Zany, we'll call you Zany, say that you're crazy. So happy Mother's Day, Mum.